Hey guys, here we are with part 2. So we are going to go ahead and get moving through this so we can get through it. So we're on step 17. So I'm going to run up here. We just got finished with step 16 on the last video. So it says, step 17 says, set the slideshow transition duration to 2 seconds for all transitions. So easiest way we're going to do that is in our transition page. So we're going to go back to our PowerPoint. Open up our PowerPoint. We'll go to our transition page. And on our transition page, we'll click over here on the right-hand side where it says duration. And you're just going to up that till it says 2.00. So that's 2 seconds. And then you're going to say apply all. That way it'll apply it to the entire presentation for that. So that one's pretty quick, easy. Okay, question number 18. It says add online to the file property categories. File properties. We know when we say file properties, we're automatically going to click on file and go to our back page. So we'll click on file and we'll need to go to info if it doesn't come up. And then over here on the right-hand side, you will see where it has file as properties. So file properties and then category, where it says category, and it said for us to add the word online. So O-N-L-I-N-E. And make sure you type it exactly the way it shows, because when you take the test, it has to be exactly that way. So once you do that, hit enter, it automatically saves that. So then you are ready to close this and go back to your presentation. Oh, guys, I think I screwed up here and closed the PowerPoint. That is not what I wanted to do. So, okay, I think we're okay here. So that went in there. We got that in place. Now we're ready to move on to the next one. Step number 18, we just did add online to the properties. Step number 19, delete the slide that has the title appendix. Okay, so we're going to go back to our PowerPoint. Slide down, go down our slides. Appendixes are usually at the end. So we're just going to look through these slides. You can just manually, yep, and there is appendix. So once you've selected it, you can just hit the delete key and that will delete that. So that's pretty simple. Question number 20, it says on the slide master, modify the title placeholder to use a newsprint texture fill. Okay, so in the slide master, modify the title placeholder to use a newsprint text fill. So we know that we're going to have to be messing with the slide master, so it's always clicks on the view. And from the view, we select our slide master. We select the slide master, which is the top slide on here, the very large one. So this affects every slide across the board. And it says, so we select that slide, then we click on our drawing tools. Let's see here. So we're selecting slide master, drawing tools from the format tab. So slide master, and we select the slide master. Okay. Click on the slide, select the format, and then we select our drawing tools from the format tab. So we're just going to move across here till we find our drawing tools. There's format, and our drawing tools. Hang on here. Where are these at? Okay, so let's back to the instructions. Drawing tools, format, and shape fill. Excuse me. So we're drawing tools, format, and shape fill. That's it, draw to. Shape fill. From the shape fill, we are going to select the texture, go down to textures, and we are looking for a newsprint. So we're going to put our mouse on here. It's marble, brown marble, stationery, parchment. Just kind of browse around till you find the right one recycled paper newsprint. There it is. So we're going to apply the slide master as well. So there we go. Added that. So once you do that, we go back to our slide master and then we close slide master. Okay. So it just applies that to that slide master there. So next question was 21. It says, apply the medium style to accent for table style to the table on slide 12. Okay, so we're going to go to back here to slide 12. Remember the one that had the table on it? Here, and this is our table. So we're going to first select the table. And once we do that, we select the table. And when we go to the design tools under table, and then we're going to look for this medium is where it starts with. So it is a medium accent 2. So that's medium style 2, medium style 1, still style 1. Let's go down here. So this is medium style 2, accent 1. We want medium style 2, accent 4. So let's just count over and see if we can find it here. Accent 4. Boom. Changes permanent color of the table. Okay, so now step 22. It says on slide 10, change the alignment of the arrows so that the right edge of each arrow is aligned to the right edge of the top arrow. Okay, so the alignment of the arrow so that each alignment arrow so that the right edge of each arrow is aligned with the right edge of the top arrow. Okay, so we're going to go back to our presentation, scroll up here to slide 10. So we want all of these to align with this. So what we want to do is, let's just make sure we're doing this right according to the instructions here. So it says, step by step here to tell you what to do. It says select the first arrow, okay? Then we're going to hold down the control button and select the other 3 arrows. And once we do that, we are then going to go to the Drawing Tools Format tab, and we'll go to Align, and we will select the Align Right, so it aligns right, and then all of those arrows are lined up right next to each other. So once they're there, you deselect it, and we're ready to go. Okay, so now it's question 23. Configure print options to print 4 copies of the presentation with 2 slides per page. All the copies of the first page should print before the copies of the second page. Okay, now guys, we haven't done anything with printing, so I want to just go through this a little bit slower so you understand what we're doing here. So we're going to go back to our slides. We're pretending we're printing this presentation. So to print it, we are going to go to File, and we're going to select Print like we would. But we want to print this a specific way. And if we go back and look at our instructions for the printing, so it says, we want to set it up so it prints 4 copies of the presentation with 2 slides per page. Okay, so that's pretty simple. We'll go back here, and here's where our copies are. We'll just bump that up to 4. And then here it says, it gives you your option. So do we want a full slide per page? So this is where you're going to look at that, change it. So here's the option to say 2 slides. So now we got 4 copies and we're going to print 2 slides per page. So it looks like that. There's your preview. So you can get a picture of what it's going to look like. The next instruction, I'm going to make sure we get everything here because there's a couple things. It wants all the copies of page 1 to print before the copies of the second page. So what it's saying is it wants page 1 to print 4 times, then page 2, then page 3. So this is a type of collation, the way the print lays out. So normal printing would be print 1, 2, and 3, and then print 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. That's standard collation. This is uncollated. So we want one to print, all of one, all of two, all of three. All the page, one right after the other. So the three things we had to do here was set the copies to the number we needed, select the number of slides that we wanted on the printout, and then select the collation. So that's what you need to do. Now we're not going to print it, so you're just going to put those things in there, and then you're done. You can just click the arrow and go back to your presentation. But that's how you would configure it to print that way. So configure means setup, just like anything else. So number 24, it says on slide 16, change the video window so that it is 90% of the current size. Okay, so 90% is current size on the video window. So we're going to go to slide 16. And so we go to slide 16. There's going to be a video on this slide, is what I'm assuming. So here's slide 16. This is our video window. So we are going to select our video window. Then we're going to open up our Video Tools Format tab. So Video Tools Format. And once we've done that, we are going to choose Size. So open the Size group. So this is this group over here. We're going to open the Size group, and to open that, we click on the little arrow at the bottom corner of it. So open the Size group. We're going to choose Size and Properties. So this is Size and Properties. It's already selected. And then the other instruction it said, let's see, so Size and Properties, here we go. We want it to put 90% of the current slide. So we select Size and Properties. We're going to make sure to lock the ratio. So we're going to lock the ratio on this like we did last time. So lock the ratio should be checked. Make sure that is there. And then we're going to change the scale. We're going to change the scale to 90%. So 90%. Okay? And then we're going to close the formatting window. So it just changed it to 90%. Okay, step number 25, question number 25. Configure the animation on slide 6 so that the smart art appears on the page before the text appears on the page. Okay, so here's our instruction steps to do that. So just walk you through it. So we're going to do this together here. So, hang on here. I just screwed up. Let's see what slide we're looking at. Slide 6. So up here, we're going to roll up to slide 6. So we've got 3 pieces of smart art on here. So what we're going to do that is we're going to go to slide 6. We're going to click on the animation tab. Okay, once we click on the animation tab, we're going to select the smart art. Okay, select the smart art, all of that. So we selected smart art. We're going to move, hang on here. So select art, open the animation. Oh, we're going to open the animation pane. We're going to move the diagram, just drag it up so it's in front of that, so the picture comes on before the words. So then we can close our animation pane. So what we're doing is we're taking the smart art. Let's see if that worked. I'm not sure if I did it right. We'll see. Oops. Oops, wrong thing. What did I just do? Hang on, guys. Let me escape out of this and see where I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. So, no. Here. So we're going to do a slideshow. Boom. Okay, so we did not do that right. So let's go back here and do this again. So we're going to select the smart art. So we want to select all of the smart arts, 3 smart arts. Then we're going to go to the animation page and put that diagram in front. Let's see if that worked. Okay, we're going to come back to this one. I'm not sure I got that right, so we're going to try that again later, okay? Okay, let's move on to step number, we're on number 26 here. On slide 9, delete the notes column and add 2 blank rows between Seattle and Montreal. Okay, so this is in a table. There's a table in there. So we're going to go to slide 9. Here's our thing. So we're going to delete the notes column. So we're just going to go here and say, select that. And then we can just say, no, right click. Why is this not? Right click and then delete the column. Okay. So we're going to delete the notes column. Then we are going to use the table tools layout tab. So we're going to do click on the table, go to the layout tab, and we delete that column. Delete the column. Then we're going to place a cursor in the cell that reads Montreal. We're going to place our cursor in the cell that reads Montreal. And place the cursor in the cell that reads Montreal. And the table tools layout. We are then going to insert. Let's see here. What are we going to do here? We're going to insert a row and repeat until 2 rows are there. So we're going to insert. So we're going to place our cursor here. And we're going to insert below. Is that what we're going to do? Insert between, no, that's not. So we're going to undo this. So we're going to be there and we're going to insert table tools layout, insert above. So we have the 2 up there. Okay. So that just changes that table. And then we can move it just a little bit so it's there. So we're inserting 2 rows in the middle there of that table. That was a little cumbersome. Let's come back to figure that out in a minute, okay? So that's that there. So at the end of the presentation, it says add slides from the outline called car outline. Okay, so this is the way we're going to add these slides from the car outline. So we're going to follow along here. We're going to go to the end of the presentation. We're going to, here it says, so we're going to select the last slide in the navigation plane. We're going to go to new slide. And we're going to say from outline over here. When that comes up, it's going to ask us to go find the outline that we have. So okay, for some reason my flash drive is not reading. There's my flash drive. There it is. So we're going to go H drive. You're going to go to your H drive. You're going to select car outline and then click insert. And then it will automatically put those slides in that document into it. So if it's an outline, it'll create slides. So if you scroll down now, you should have like 29 slides with just general information about the car from the car slide outline. So just another way to insert slides without actually creating them. Okay, so number 28, it says add the zoom entrance animation to the image on slide 7. So we should be able to do that pretty easily. We're going to click over here. We're going to roll up to slide 7. This is the image. So we're going to click on that picture, select animation. and we're going to use the zoom entrance. So we'll use entrance, zoom. Okay, so there's that. I think that's everything we need to do with that. Let's go back and just read that again. Yep, entrance. Okay, then it says on slide 2, set the playback option so the audio clip fades in for a half a second when the user clicks on the audio icon and then continues to play even when the presenter leaves to the next slide. Okay, that's a little bit tricky one. So you and I are going to work on this one together. So we're going to open slide 2. I think they said slide 2. Yep, slide 2. And this is our audio clip down here. So we're going to click on our audio clip. So that's what it says. Select the audio clip, click speaker on slide 2. The audio tools playback. So go to audio tools and playback menu at the top. And when we get done with that, then we're going to select fade in over here. And we're going to change the fade in to 0.50. Okay. And then we're going to use the audio options over here in audio options and say play across slides so it'll continue playing. Okay. So that'll play, do it that way. That's what works with that. Go back here to your instructions. We are on instruction 30, which says add new slides after slide 4, between slide 5, add a new slides after slide 4, between slide 5 from the outline called car outlines. We just did that. So again, this is going to be going back into this. So we're going to go back here to the presentation. We're going to go down to slide 4. We'll say new slide. We'll select slides from an outline. We'll select that outline and then hit insert. And then all of those slides will come in from there. So kind of a repeat of what we did on the other one. So instruction 31, we're going to look at slides 11 and 12. And if you did not do this previously in a previous lesson, change the circles so that they overlap in the following order. So you want them from back to front. You want early rock, blues, tradition, and country and folk. Okay, this is a little bit of a tricky one. So we're going to go to slide 12 down here. This is not going to be slide 12. It's slide 19. Okay, we are going to go back and start with instruction 30 again here. And instruction 30 says on slide 11 or 12, depending which one it is, you're going to change the circles so that they overlap in the following order. From back to front, you want early rock in the back, you want blues next, traditional country, and then folk on the top. So let's go to our PowerPoint. We're going to go down to slide 12. Actually, slide 11 is what it is. And you'll see that there are these circles here on this. So according to our instructions, it tells us that we need to put early rock needs to be in the back, and then blues in front of that, and then tradition, and then folk on top. Okay, so we go over here. First, let's start with early rock. And early rock is already in the back, so we're good. Okay. Blues. So let's look at this. So it says select it. And then you can right click on it and send to, Okay, so we're going to click on Early Rock, make sure we do that, and then right click on it. Okay, let's see. That, and then send to back. Okay, so that one's in the back. Then blues is the next one. It's in front of that. Traditional country is in front, and then folk we want to send to the front because we want it to be on top. So select our folk, and then send to the front. They bring to the front, and now it's on top of it. So they're all on top. This one's in the back, and this is on top. It's kind of a weird thing, but it's just getting used to moving things from the front to the back, which you can do. Instruction number 31, it says on slide 2, add a footer that says music by Frank Miller. So super simple to do that. We just go back to slide 2 up here, click on slide 2, and then we'll do an insert, and then there'll be insert footer and headers over here. So let's click on the slide, insert footer and header, insert footer and header. We want to do a footer, and we don't want that. So we want it to say, I believe, let's see what it said. So, and I would just copy this so it's easy, so we make sure we get it right, especially on the test. Make sure you copy the information. Control C, go back to your presentation, and then just copy that in there so you get it right. And once you've done that, you're going to say apply, because we only want to apply this one, and there's your footer on the bottom of that slide. So now number 32, it says add a new slide layout. Add a new slide layout. Insert a content placeholder on the left and a media placeholder on the right. Name the slide layout Contoso 2. Okay, so this is adding a brand new slide layout. So we're going to go here. And since we're doing layout, we go to View. And so let's double check this. Adding the new slide. So you're going to say View. You're going to click on Slide Master. And you're going to say Insert Layout, since this is a new one. So it'll bring up a brand new one. You're going to insert a placeholder. And I believe it said we want to do a content placeholder on the right, I believe. So we'll drag and put that one in there. I can look at our instructions, make sure I'm looking at it right. Content placeholder on the left and a media placeholder on the right. Okay, so then we'll go back to our slide master again. We'll say insert placeholder. This is a media, and then we'll draw this one over here on the right. And then just move those over so they line up with that. Make sure they line up with the top one. There. So, and then once you're done with that, that will be, then we're going to rename this. So you're going to right click, rename this to Contoso 2, where you created a new slide master. And then remember to close your slide master view so that you can work with it that way. Back to our instructions. So we just finished that one. We're on 33. It says on slide 1, format the subtitle. So slide 1, format the subtitle to small caps. Okay? Format the subtitle to small caps. So we're going to go back over here. Sorry about this, guys. My flash drive keeps jumping in front of me. So we go back here to slide 1. And so this is our subtitle. Subtitle. So we're going to format this to small caps. So we're going to select the subtitle. we're going to go up to Home, and on the Paragraphs group, we're going to select that, and inside there, hang on here. So we're going to select the tab. We're going to go to the Format dialog box. Sorry about that. Format dialog box. And then there's an option down here that says Small Caps. When we do that, it changes the way it looks. That's all we're doing, is just changing the way that text looks on that page. So the next one here is change the table shading on the table in slide 9 from rows to columns. So if we go back to slide 9, we'll see here, it's kind of hard to see a little bit, but slide 9 is the one that has that table on it. Slide 9, this table here. And you'll see that it has shading where this one's dark, light, dark, light, dark, and it's on the rows. So we're going to change the shading on that to columns instead of rows. So in order to do that, we're going to click on Table Design, Table Tools and Design. Go click on the table, select the table. You'll get the Table Tools and Design. Click on that. And then we're going to go to the Shading Effects. I believe shading table style options. Hang on here. So we'll go to table style. Okay, hang on a minute, guys. Okay, so we're going to do the table design, table style options. So table style options over here on this first side here, and we're going to change it. It says header rows and banded rows. We're going to change it to banded columns. So we're going to uncheck the banded rows and check banded columns. So now you'll see that it's really hard to see, but the columns are different. One color, they're alternating color columns. You would see it when you looked at the other one. Let me make sure if I did that right. Select the table. Select banded columns, and then it's like that. Okay. Believe we've only got one more thing here. It says format the picture on slide 7 with the plastic wrap effect. We've all done this before, so we'll go back here to slide 7 and our picture here. So you select the picture, you go to picture tool formats, and then this is an artistic effect, remember? And then plastic wrap, I believe, is this one down here. Select and that. Okay, so that is everything that you need to know for the PowerPoint certification test. I know we jumped around on some things, but we're going to go through it in class as well. So you can do these instructions multiple times until you're ready and then we're going to be good. So